everybody, to our second session of Group Coaching Explore Exercise. Thanks for listening today. Last week, we got into kind of talking a little bit about our motivation or our reason why we are part of this group coaching, and we started to formulate our wellness vision. And we also started to talk a little bit more about SMART goals and kind of left you with that as a homework assignment to start creating your wellness vision and start creating and working toward one of your SMART goals. So that is what I left you with. So hopefully that's going well for you. Once again, wanted to mention that if you do want to reach out to me via email, or if you would like to reach out to me via phone call, feel free to. I am always available to do that if you do want to check in. I know that extra accountability would be helpful for a lot of people, so feel free. All right, this sounds good. So we'll get into our day today. So our plan today is to talk about the benefits of exercise. The intent of this conversation is to really help you connect the dots to what your wellness vision is and help kind of strengthen that motivation. I feel like I could probably talk to you until I'm blue in the face about all the potential benefits of exercise and why you should be doing it and why it's good for you. And my guess is that, yeah, you're at that place where you're motivated enough and you would listen. And of course, that's great. But when you kind of couple that, my educating you along with your motivation, that's really kind of that ticket to get you keeping going forward to where you can start kind of ticking off those goals and objectives to reach your overall wellness vision. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. And a lot of these benefits that I'm going to be talking about are probably some that you're pretty much aware of, but once again, it's good to revisit these because of the importance of what and how powerful exercise it can be for us in many different capacities. So I'll kind of go over 3 different areas, specifically speaking, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how this can, I guess, look for you personally. Because once again, this is an individualized kind of your benefits are individualized for you. So the first area, and if you're listening in, what I would recommend is if you could either kind of make a tick mark next to the areas that kind of speak to you, either that you would benefit from or areas that you would hope exercise would benefit. I think that would be really a good exercise, no pun intended, to kind of go through this. So the first grouping is mental health benefits. I feel like mental health is, and I'm sure you've probably noticed, mental health is a big thing. It's big in our news. It's big in our society with, longer working days and high stress positions and, personal financial issues. Stress is one of the biggest mental health issues that we deal with in our society today, sadly, which, obviously that there's help and there's ways to get around that. And, there's many different opportunities for that. But one of the biggest ways to help that is for exercise to be part of that. So if you do feel that mental health would be a benefit for you, either reducing depression or anxiety, decreasing tension or anger in your day, possibly increasing the flow of oxygen, which can hugely impact our brain function, improving mental acuity and memory, also helps us fall asleep. Sleeping is a big foundation to positive health in all capacity, including mental health. So having enough sleep, having enough quality sleep is a benefit, as well as increasing our energy levels, just to maintain energy levels throughout the day. So take a few seconds to kind of see what would be impactful to you off of this list. All right, our next area is the heart health benefits. I think this is a big one that I talk a lot about for our biometric testing. When we go through that process, one of the biggest things that we see is the effects of exercise on our internal workings, mostly with our heart. So when we talk about that, there's benefits that go with reducing the risk of heart disease and cancers, preventing and managing blood pressure, high blood pressure, increasing blood circulation. Some of us sit a lot throughout the day, and having that opportunity to move more is hugely beneficial. And then increasing the opportunity to have good blood cholesterol levels, meaning our HDL, which is the good cholesterol, to be increased, as well as the LDL, or the bad cholesterol, to be decreased. So impacting these numbers in the right direction is a big benefit. So take a few seconds to see if there's any that speak to you more or less. If it's something that's kind of been on your mind. I know these numbers are very important, so it's important to kind of have a grasp on how to impact them in the future. And then the last area may probably be more of the most common area is the weight benefits. Increasing your exercise would in turn decrease the weight if weight loss is one of your goals. So take a moment, once again, is it improving diabetes, their management of diabetes, reducing the risk of dying prematurely, helping build and maintain healthy bones, muscles, and joints, controlling weight or losing weight, and then improving self-image. All right, so from that list, go ahead and take the time to tick off the areas that would be beneficial for you. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the call, we have the reasons, right? So those three areas, the mental health, the heart health, and the weight benefits of exercise. So really tune into what makes sense for you. So I'll kind of give you a scenario, and I want to talk a little bit about just physically before you exercise and physically after, how your energy levels are, how your mood is, how your motivation. I guess personally speaking, just to kind of put an example to it, one of my goals is to work out in the morning. So if I don't work out in the morning before my day gets started, oftentimes it's kind of, and that it doesn't happen. It's just definitely one of those things that I know if I do it, it'll get done, and I'll have it kind of off my list, and that's how I start my day. So I feel before I exercise in the morning, I wake up early, which I know with a lot of you guys is not that early, because some of you are up at 3, 4 in the morning. So my early is 5 a.m. So I wake up, I'm tired, I'm sluggish, I'm pretty unmotivated to get my workout in. But if I can just muster up enough motivation, knowing full well if I get that exercise in, the rest of my day is going to be set off on a good, positive note, I can get enough motivation to get my exercise in. So low energy, kind of crabby mood, it's early in the morning, and my motivation is low before I exercise. Now, if I start to exercise, I know that this after effect is already kind of in play. So my energy levels are good because I'm getting those endorphins released. My mood is positive. I know I won't have the scene over me the rest of the day, and my motivation is up because I'm like, heck, I just finished my workout. I'm good to go for the day. So I guess just tuning into those feelings for you, how you feel before an exercise, whatever makes sense for you in your scenario. If it is a morning workout or evening workout or lunch workout, whatever it is for you, tune into this. And I would challenge you to focus on that before our next call. How do you feel before? How do you feel after? I'm not a betting person, but I would bet that 9 times out of 10 or 99 times out of 100, you're going to feel better after you exercise. So if something to think about moving forward to keep that motivation up. So think about that before our next session. And then also, how are your SMART goals going? Have you guys established those? Have you started working towards those? Let me know. Shoot me an email if you want. And then our next session, we'll talk a little bit more about the types of exercise and physical activity and kind of get into the nitty-gritty with those as well. So thank you again for listening. I will be live up and running on next Monday at 7 o'clock. Hope to see you all then. In the meantime, have a great day and enjoy this Monday.